The roars of predators echo from the jungle. Join us in this video to explore how Australian hunters tackle them at poultry farms. Fox attacks on chickens have become a serious issue, causing significant losses for farmers. Are you ready to join us? If so, leave a comment with the number 1. It is estimated that poultry farms in Australia suffer losses of approximately $15 million annually due to nighttime fox attacks. Foxes with their stealthy behavior easily target coops without detection. On average, each farm in Australia loses about 2,500 to 3,000 animals per year to foxes, resulting in significant economic damage and impacting farmers' production. In New South Wales and Victoria, where foxes frequently appear and attack farms, the primary cause is human encroachment into their natural habitats, forcing foxes to seek food at farms. This has created a challenging situation for farm owners who are concerned not only about their family's safety, but also about economic losses. The increase in fox attacks has raised alarm among the farming community as they face significant damages and struggle to protect their poultry. Residents in affected areas of Australia have turned to trapping to address the issue. They use simple yet effective traps placed in areas foxes frequently visit, such as forest edges or around farms. Traps are carefully set with bait to attract foxes, increasing the likelihood of capture. This method has significantly increased the number of foxes caught, better protecting farms and residential areas from attacks by these animals and reducing losses for farmers. The Australian government has organized fox hunting competitions. Each hunter must complete professional training and hold a valid license before participating. They need to understand safe trapping techniques to avoid harming other animals or people. The biggest challenge in trapping is identifying the exact locations foxes frequent, requiring extensive knowledge of their habitat. Hunters must study areas with fox signs or food odors to place traps effectively and safely. Additionally, harsh weather and complex terrain increase the difficulty of setting traps. According to statistics, each year in states like New South Wales, hunters successfully capture around 20,000 red foxes, but this requires significant patience and skill. Hunters face challenging conditions such as heavy rain, strong winds, and hilly terrain, which make tracking and trapping more difficult. In fox hunting activities in Australia, people often bring trained hunting dogs to increase efficiency. These dogs are specially trained to track and chase foxes, helping hunters locate and capture them more quickly. Using their keen sense of smell, the dogs detect fox trails and assist hunters in following them through dense forests or grasslands. However, the number of foxes each person is allowed to hunt is typically limited, usually between 5 and 10 per day, to ensure controlled hunting and prevent negative impacts on the fox population. At night, hunters require advanced techniques and skills. Foxes have reduced visibility during this time, but it also means hunters must be more cautious with every movement. Accurate aiming becomes critical as low light can make targeting difficult. Hunters must use equipment like infrared flashlights or night vision scopes to enhance their visibility. Additionally, they need to stay alert and patient as nighttime hunting demands high precision and thorough preparation to avoid startling the prey. The use of traps and firearms to address red foxes in Australia has yielded positive results in reducing the damage caused by this species to the livestock industry and human attacks. Each year, approximately 25,000 fox attacks cause significant harm to farms, along with about 1,500 attacks on humans. Do you think these methods are reasonable for hunting foxes? If yes, leave a comment with the number 2. If no, leave a comment with the number 3. Additionally, the bow and arrow is a traditional hunting tool that minimizes noise, but bow hunting requires high skill and patience, and not everyone can do it effectively. Bow hunting also demands greater precision as hunters must ensure accurate shots at closer ranges compared to firearms. Without government support, controlling the red fox population could become more challenging, requiring greater community coordination to address the issue effectively. Strict adaptive measures are implemented to protect crops and residents' property. Commonly licensed firearms include the Remington 700 and Winchester Model 70 rifles, renowned for their accuracy and effectiveness in hunting. These rifles enable hunters to eliminate targets from a distance, particularly in serious threat situations. Additionally, bows and arrows from reputable brands like Hoyt Archery and Bear Archery are favored for their noise reduction and flexibility when hunting in wooded areas.
There he is. Different angle.
However, only hunters who have completed a rigorous one-year hunting training course held only once every half-decade are permitted to participate. Hunters face fines up to $20,000 and permanent revocation of their hunting license for violating regulations. Only hunters aged 23 and older can join this hunting season. They receive a subsidy to cover registration fees, hunting equipment, and transportation to the hunting area. Hunting must be conducted at a minimum distance of 150 yards to ensure hunter safety. Hunting too closely can pose risks, especially during the red fox hunting season when rabies is a concern. However, some oppose the use of these weapons, arguing they can be dangerous to humans and the environment if not tightly controlled. Critics also worry about increased community violence and unintended consequences of weapon use, especially in poorly managed situations. While acknowledging the need to protect property and crops, they advocate for safer, more sustainable alternatives such as enhanced wildlife control measures and collaboration with experts to develop long-term solutions to this issue. Therefore, the use of firearms is a necessary measure for Australian farmers to protect poultry from the threat of red foxes. Please leave a comment with the number 1 if you support the government's firearm measures. Next, explore other methods farmers use to safeguard their property from wildlife. Thank you for watching the entire video. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe to support our channel. The North American mountain goat originates from the mountainous regions of the Northwest, including states like Montana, Washington, and Idaho. They are part of the goat family Bovidae and are descended from wild goats from Asia, which were introduced to North America during the migration and development of the species. Are you ready to join us? If so, leave a 4 in the comments below. The suitable habitat for mountain goats is typically found in high and rugged mountainous areas characterized by steep cliffs and slopes. They prefer regions at altitudes ranging from 1,500 to 3,000 meters above sea level, where the climate is cold and there is an abundance of grass shrubs and native vegetation for foraging. Mountain goats have a remarkable ability to adapt to harsh conditions, from the cold of winter to the scarcity of food in summer. North American mountain goats are distinguished by their unique behaviors and exceptional climbing abilities. They often live in herds, which not only enhances protection against predators but also improves foraging efficiency. Within the herd, mountain goats communicate with one another through sounds and body signals, helping to maintain cohesion and coordination during their activities. Their social structure allows them to work together effectively, ensuring their survival in the challenging mountainous terrain. The climbing ability of mountain goats is one of their most remarkable features. They can easily navigate steep cliffs thanks to their strong leg structure and sturdy hooves. This allows them to forage for food in areas that many other animals cannot access. Their agility and resilience enable mountain goats to thrive in harsh mountainous environments, showcasing their excellent adaptation to living conditions. In recent years, the population of North American mountain goats has significantly increased, raising concerns for conservationists and local communities. While this growth can be successfully managed through conservation efforts, it also means that mountain goats are expanding their range into areas where they were previously less common. This expansion can lead to conflicts with human populations and impact local ecosystems, making it essential to implement effective management strategies to balance the needs of the species with those of the communities they encroach upon. This increase not only leads to conflicts with residents, but also impacts local ecosystems. As mountain goats compete with native species for food and habitat, it can result in imbalances within the ecosystem. Overcrowding of mountain goats may reduce biodiversity, affecting other plant and animal species in the area. This competition can disrupt food chains and alter habitat conditions, highlighting the need for effective management practices to ensure a balanced coexistence between mountain goats and their environment. In addition to the negative impacts on ecosystems, the increasing population of North American mountain goats also leads to encroachment into residential areas. As herds search for food, they often venture into urban and suburban regions where there are trees, vegetable gardens, and leftover food from humans. This encroachment not only damages crops, but can also result in conflicts with residents such as mountain goats wandering onto streets and causing traffic accidents. Such interactions highlight the need for effective management strategies to mitigate these issues and promote coexistence between humans and mountain goats. To mitigate the issue of mountain goats encroaching into residential areas, some regions have implemented controlled hunting methods. This activity aims to manage the mountain goat population, ensuring that their numbers do not exceed the environment's carrying capacity. Hunting not only helps reduce conflicts between goats and humans, but also contributes to protecting local ecosystems by alleviating competition with other native species. Do you agree with this approach? If so, please like the video, and if not, leave a 5 in the comments. When hunting North American mountain goats, safety is the #1 priority for hunters. Hunters should maintain a safe distance of 100 to 200 meters when approaching prey to avoid spooking them and to create a better shot. Keeping a safe distance also helps hunters avoid detection and reduces the risk of dangerous situations. Additionally, using the right equipment and following safety rules when handling weapons will help ensure that all hunting activities are conducted efficiently and responsibly. When spotting a target, hunters need to take a few specific steps to hunt quickly and effectively. First, they need to stay calm and assess the surrounding situation to ensure safety. Next, determining the distance and location of the prey is very important. Hunters should use a rangefinder if available. Once ready, they need to adjust their posture skillfully and aim for vulnerable areas such as the heart or lungs. Time is of the essence, so act quickly but still be precise and follow the rules.
Below deck, ordnance teams moved with machine-like precision, loading weapons not just for defense. GPS-guided JDAM bombs weighing 1,000 pounds each were mounted onto F/A-18. Super Hornets, sharp, silent, and now lethal. EA-18G growlers were fitted with jamming gear. There was no improvisation here. The Echo package had been drilled, simulated, tucked into strategy books for years, a counter-strike plan for moments like this, when hesitation could signal weakness and silence could invite another attack. 12 air Simultaneously, miles east of the formation, the USS Gravely pivoted its vertical launch tubes. From those steel mouths, Tomahawk missiles surged, low-flying Predators programmed with precise GPS coordinates for 3 critical sites. The targets were identified from the attack a drone storage facility near Al Huda, disguised among shipping containers. A command center
In the heart of the Tanzanian grasslands, where lush freshwater ecosystems thrive, a home flourishes for countless creatures. Moose and buffalo both prosper here, setting a perfect stage for the ultimate jaguar hunter. But Hannibal is no ordinary jaguar. With a robust, lean frame and piercing eyes, he dominates a territory spanning over 31 square miles. Each step he takes tells a story of survival as he stalks his prey in the shadows, striking with lightning speed. The dense riverine forests filled with towering yellow fever, acacia trees shaped Hannibal's hunting style. When the rains came, the leopard would move to higher ground, using the thick foliage as cover to ambush its prey. This ever-changing landscape made hunting Hannibal a true test of patience and skill. How do you think a predator's environment influences its hunting tactics? Share your thoughts below. Why do humans hunt a powerful creature like Hannibal? For local people, jaguars are not only a symbol of nature, but also a threat. Hannibal, with its strength and predatory instincts, often attacks livestock, the main livelihood of many families. The loss of cattle and goats causes anxiety in the community, especially during the rainy season, when natural prey becomes scarce, pushing Hannibal closer to villages. However, the hunt remains controversial, with some accusing hunters of exploiting Hannibal for its valuable pelt, turning necessary protection into a trophy hunt, sparking heated debates about conservation and ethics. Yet the hunt is not solely about protection. It is also part of a wildlife management program where controlled hunts aim to maintain ecological balance and support communities. The proceeds from the hunt will be used to combat poaching, protect livestock, and improve the lives of locals. This is an effort to harmonize human and natural coexistence where both can thrive. To confront Hannibal, the hunting team, led by an experienced guide, prepared meticulously. Knowing that Hannibal typically hunts at dawn and dusk, they chose a sturdy yellow fever acacia tree with wide horizontal branches to place the bait. A piece of buffalo meat from a previous hunt was set right on Hannibal's usual path near the riverside woods, where he often hid. Every detail was carefully planned. The wind blew from right to left, helping to mask the human scent. The lookout was carefully hidden in the bushes about 80 feet from the bait tree, ensuring the hunting team could remain silent and undetected. Hannibal's keen senses made him a difficult opponent to fool. His large footprints were one of the few clues after days of tracking, a testament to the team's relentless patience. Before dawn, the team was in position. The night was silent, except for the distant calls of hyenas. From the shadows, Hannibal emerged, eyes fixed on his prey. The gun was loaded. A shot hit its mark. Hannibal roared and collapsed, the moment filled with raw energy and respect. When Hannibal fell, the air was filled not only with the joy of victory, but also with deep reverence. The local people gathered around the fire, beginning a traditional Thanksgiving ceremony, not to celebrate death, but to honor Hannibal's mighty life. For the people of Tanzania, the leopard is not just a beast, but a symbol of strength, resilience, and the spirit of nature. This hunt arose from the need to protect the community when Hannibal attacked livestock and the livelihoods of many families. But it didn't stop there. The money from the hunt was invested in anti-poaching efforts, building fences to protect livestock, and providing educational opportunities for local children. It is a circle of life where every hunt is carried out with a sense of conservation and community support. There are many more chapters in our journey exploring the wild, and we will continue to discover them together. Wild boars are becoming an increasing threat in Texas, not only harming farmers, but also attacking infrastructure from suburban to urban areas with their feral instincts. They have caused millions of dollars in economic damage. Small businesses from grocery stores to restaurants have been affected as this invasive species disrupts business. Like the video and subscribe to the channel to keep following these exciting hunts. When wild hogs become America's nightmare. In the stillness of a Texas cornfield, the screech of steel wire echoes as a massive net trap snaps shut, ensnaring dozens of wild hogs in mere seconds. This isn't a scene from an action movie, but part of the relentless effort by American farmers to combat the nation's most dangerous invasive species. Why are crude nets replacing rifles and helicopters to tackle $1 billion annual agricultural crisis? The truth behind the seemingly simple net trap. From Texas to Missouri, semi-automatic net traps are becoming the strategic weapon American farmers trust. They require no ammunition, just a circular net steel stakes, and a secret bait made from fermented corn mixed with gelatin, a scent that lures wild hogs straight to the trap. Today's net trap technology is more advanced. Motion sensors, infrared cameras, and remote activation via smartphones allow hunters to actively control the trap's closure, ensuring entire herds are captured instead of just a few. Notably, the success rate of net traps at night is over 50% higher, as wild hogs are most active and less cautious during those hours. Net traps are not just tools, but also a humane choice. Surprisingly, to many net traps, capture wild hogs alive, holding them for transfer to invasive species control centers. In Texas, hunting pregnant hogs or mothers with piglets is banned with heavy fines for violations. This reflects the effort to balance agricultural protection with ecological ethics. The shift from costly helicopter hunts to affordable, efficient net traps is a smart move. For just $200 and one evening, hunters can capture entire herds without firearms, proving that innovation and strategy can outperform expensive, resource-heavy methods. This approach not only saves money, but also aligns with the growing emphasis on humane and sustainable practices in managing invasive species like wild hogs. However, not everyone agrees. Some animal rights organizations argue that confining wild hogs in tight spaces can cause them stress. Meanwhile, experts counter that, compared to using ammunition net traps, don't pollute the environment, don't threaten other species, and reduce the risk of accidents. This is the only solution that can be deployed on a large scale, is cost-effective, and remains efficient for small-scale hunters. Now I need your opinion on this issue. Please comment. The hunt for wild hogs is not just a story between humans and an invasive species. It is a profound reminder of how humans can address ecological conflicts with creativity and ethics. What do you think about net traps? Are they humane, or is there still room for improvement? Type 1 if you support them, or 0 if you're still unsure. Share this video to raise awareness about the silent efforts of American farmers and discuss the use of modern technology in wild hog hunting. Join us for the next video. Monkeys are highly intelligent animals, but they can become a nightmare for farmers. For years, monkeys have raided fields, destroying crops and causing significant financial losses. In South Africa's Cape Peninsula, farmers lose up to 20% of their harvests to these invasive species, including vineyards and cornfields. In some areas, waking up to find an entire crop devastated overnight is not uncommon.
What?
Facing the damage, hunting and trapping are often the first solutions that come to mind. These methods are still used today, but they create more problems as hunters risk injury, and many lack proper protective equipment or training. Complicating matters further is the fact that monkeys are protected by law in many places, such as South Africa's National Environmental Management Biodiversity Act, which requires permits to deal with these invasive species.
Thank you.
To ensure safety, hunters must follow strict guidelines to minimize risks. It's critical never to hunt alone, and safety in numbers is key. Hunting teams consist of 3 to 5 members, each trained in monkey behavior and equipped with protective gear such as bite-resistant suits, helmets, and reinforced gloves. For hunting, hunters use high-powered rifles with calibers like .223 Remington or .308 Winchester, providing the accuracy and strength needed to take down monkeys from a safe distance. This is not only for protection, but also to comply with legal requirements, and is one of the safest ways to hunt monkeys. As a South African farmer, I've seen a shift in how authorities handle monkey attacks. Around 2020, we moved away from dangerous hunting methods and adopted more modern solutions. These bamboo and steel platforms allow hunters to monitor and deter monkeys. Priced between about $1, $200, and $1,500, they've significantly reduced the need for costly and risky hunting expeditions. I assume you've read about various trapping methods, but in South Africa, trapping monkeys has become a key strategy for farmers battling relentless crop destruction. The tension is palpable as farmers equipped with wire cage traps and hunters know every minute counts. Both sides face immense pressure, and if they fail, the monkeys will return to devastate everything in sight. The most contentious debate surrounding these traps is their placement. Some argue traps should be set at the farm's edge to prevent monkey raids, while others oppose this due to the risk of accidentally capturing wild boars. The idea of luring invasive species into traps with bait like corn or fruit has sparked outrage, with many viewing it as a method that harms innocent animals. But that's not the case. Amid such controversies, you may not know that a key law to note is that hunting monkeys and setting traps without a permit is illegal and can face severe penalties with fines up to $1,000 or 7 years in prison. Additionally, the law prohibits hunting monkeys in unauthorized areas. If you know which areas, comment below. As we continue to face these challenges, the key is finding balance. Many farmers are calling for government subsidies to help cover the costs of humane methods, including motion sensor alarms and GPS tracking devices. By investing in these tools, we can help protect farmers. Would you choose to hunt monkeys, or should we focus on creating smarter systems? Ultimately, the question remains, how do we balance the needs of farmers with the protection of invasive species? What do you think? Let us know your opinion in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on this pressing issue. Stay tuned for more.
Earlier today, we got an emergency call from local farmers. Wild boars were tearing through their cornfields. We didn't waste a second. Grabbed our gear and hit the road. This isn't just a job for us, it's about protecting the quiet way of life in these rural areas. We got to the field before sunrise, right where boars have been causing serious damage. Curious how the hunt went? Drop a 1 in the comments and stay tuned for the full video. Wild boars typically weigh between 200 and 440 pounds, but some can top 880 pounds. They wreak havoc on farmland, ruining crops and driving up the cost of protecting them. Worldwide, these animals are responsible for about $1.5 billion in losses each year. On top of that, they harm ecosystems and spread diseases that affect both livestock and people. The hunt is definitely on. We crept quietly, hidden by thick brush along the field's edge. Suddenly, the sound of leaves rustling in the distance caught our attention. "There it is," I whispered as I lined up the shot and gently pulled the trigger. The gunshot cut through the early morning calm. The bullet struck true, the boar stumbled, then dropped. With the first one down, we wasted no time and followed the tracks of the rest of the herd.
Dişini kırdım. Genç! Tamamdır! Aha geliyor. İşte bu!
Out of nowhere, a dark figure came barreling toward us. Everyone froze fingers on the trigger, but just before we fired, the wild boar suddenly swerved. Its speed was incredible, completely throwing off our ambush. "Don't let it get away," I yelled, my heart racing. It was lightning fast, almost too fast, but one clean shot from a teammate brought it down. Just as we caught our breath, another teammate spotted a new group storming into the cornfield. They stubbornly stayed hidden deep in the thick corn stalks, so we let the hunting dogs loose. The smart hounds quickly flushed one out. We moved in fast to intercept from a safe distance. I steadied my aim and took the shot. You wouldn't believe it, that brute had to weigh at least 330 pounds with tusks sharp enough to cut the air as it charged.
Geçiyor. Geçiyor. Koş, git. Koş.
We got a tip that the herd had bolted toward the mountains. Without wasting a second, we jumped in the truck and took off after them. My buddy was behind the wheel while I held the rifle tight, trying to line up a shot as we bounced down the rough trail. But the rugged terrain made us lose their trail. They'd made it up the mountainside. Still, we weren't backing down. The chase went on, and when I finally had a clear shot, I took it. The boar dropped on the spot. We kept moving along the mountain path, tracking the rest of the herd. Just a few hundred meters ahead, we came across another boar. I raised my rifle finger ready on the trigger. One clean shot, it dropped before it had the chance to react. Part of the herd had escaped to the far side of the mountain, so I radioed Mabel and the rest of the team who were already in position. From her high perch, Mabel lined up her shot. The gunfire echoed through the cliffs, but the boar dodged with incredible speed.
와, 미팅, 미팅.
Still, it couldn't outrun its fate. We tracked it to a clearing on the mountainside before it had the chance to do more damage. As I made my way down the slope, a massive boar suddenly burst from the bushes beside the trail. I didn't hesitate, instinct took over, and I fired off 2 quick shots.
Nereye gidecek?
What started as a routine hunt quickly spiraled into a nightmare when the prey stopped running and came straight at us. Who was really hunting who now? These fierce wild boars, with their brutal strength and lightning speed, had no fear of humans. In the thick forest, this beast could have easily made us pay a steep price. The question was, could we make it out of the predator's grip? This is the time when wild boars leave their hiding spots to forage and we get ready to intercept. The truck races across wide fields, the road narrowing into dirt trails lined with bare, leafless trees glowing in the sunset. We don't waste a second, our eyes scan every inch of the landscape. Then, at the edge of the field, a herd of wild boars appears. Their coarse, muddy coats make them hard to spot, and they're also a risk for spreading disease. Have you ever been on a wild boar hunt? If yes, drop a 2 in the comments. If not, leave a 3.
Çok uzak.
The moment they spotted us, they tensed up, ready to bolt at any second. But before they could escape, a burst of gunfire shattered the silence, sealing their fate. A few boars struck by bullets collapsed onto the dry earth, thrashing wildly as if begging for mercy. Some scattered into the forest, but we didn't let a single one slip away. We climbed higher, navigating jagged rocks. Dry leaves crunched underfoot with every step. The heavy silence around us was almost suffocating. Suddenly, the frantic barking of the hunting dogs broke the silence, signaling the prey was close. The team snapped to attention, fingers tightening on triggers. There it was. I didn't hesitate. I took aim and fired. The gunshot echoed through the mountains, and this time it didn't get away. The wild boar dropped right there. A perfect finish to this heart-pounding hunt. After a night's rest, we regained our strength and pushed deeper into the nearby forest. As soon as we arrived, the dogs erupted into wild barking again, a clear sign the prey was close. Everyone held their breath, eyes fixed through the thick foliage. Beyond the dogs barking, an eerie silence settled over the forest. Then suddenly a huge black shape burst forward. I raised my rifle without hesitation, focusing all my calm and skill. One clean shot, the bullet struck right through the head of the 130-pound wild boar. It wobbled for a moment, then crashed to the ground. Its rough, dust-covered hide lay still. The beast's powerful body had finally gone lifeless. It wasn't just our hunting team, several others had gathered too, all determined to protect this land from these invasive beasts. After watching carefully, I picked a spot near a bush and waited tense and alert. Then it appeared. I fired right away, but the massive creature was quicker than I expected. It charged off with incredible speed, forcing me to fire again and again. Only on the fifth or sixth shot did it finally go down, but there was no time to catch our breath. The hunting dogs caught the scent of another target. I moved fast to intercept it. This time there was no getting away. One clean shot ended it. In under 10 minutes, 2 more adult wild boars were down. A victorious hunt, another win in the ongoing battle against nature's invaders. Spotting the herd's escape path, I raced up the hill, racing against the clock. My heavy breaths broke the silence, adding to the tension. Then there it was. The wild boar froze panic in its eyes when it saw me. Its wild gaze flashed with fear as the cold barrel aimed straight at it. But it was already too late. By the end of the trip, our haul was impressive. Still, with the damage these creatures caused, this battle is far from over. The next day, we decided to head straight up the mountain to their den to stop the spreading destruction. We set out at dawn. 2 large feeding troughs were placed along a familiar trail where the boars were known to appear. The troughs were filled with a mix of corn feed pellets and a special scent to lure them in. No words, no sudden moves, just steady eye contact. When the distance was right, the first bullet flew and the boar dropped right by the trough. We kept up the ambush at the second trough more than 500 meters from the first. After waiting over an hour, another boar finally showed up. There it was. Once again, we stayed fully in control. It seemed like our spot had been spotted, making us wait even longer. So we expanded the hunt to nearby areas. We moved to a nearby plateau with a rich ecosystem, a perfect hiding place for the boars. There they were. At 200 meters, we opened fire. The boars, caught off guard, couldn't react. Panic set in, but every escape route was sealed. A swift, effective assault. Adjust the scope, scan the area, no target left behind. Then, a shadow moved behind a tree. Boom! The gunshot rang out. The lead boar went down. Bigger than I expected, a true trophy. Without wasting a second, we tracked the ones who'd fled the first clash. We hiked nearly 2 hours. Look over there. Minutes later, one clean shot brought down another wild boar. The rush of hunting wild boars had me buzzing with adrenaline. After the clash on the plateau, the few remaining boars darted toward the mountain peak about 500 MOA away, a perfect escape route for them. Boars move insanely fast, so I had to aim sharp and time my shot just right to hit the target. Though it was tough for seasoned hunters like us, it was routine and necessary. The scene was pure chaos. The herd scrambled for a way out, but every path was blocked.
Good shot.
In a flash, the wild boar zipped past my line of sight. I fired quickly, but they were lightning fast. It wasn't just me, my teammates took down quite a few as well. Today there was no way we were going home empty-handed. As the day grew late, dark shapes in the field caught the team's eye. Another herd of wild boars appeared. At about 160 meters, I fired several shots in rapid succession. The lead boar went down. What followed was a fierce chase. Luckily, we closed in fast and took down the rest before they could get away. This was a real battle between man and beast. As the first light of dawn stretched across the horizon, we left the base. The helicopter's rotors hummed softly, lifting us higher into the sky. Beside me sat a team of seasoned hunters, their eyes sharp and focused. At the edge of a barren forest, another herd of wild boars appeared. Moving tightly together, they reacted quickly to the roar of the engine overhead.
Oh!
A dramatic showdown unfolded. With steady, precise shots, the hunters took down the boars one by one. Watching it all, I couldn't help but reflect. These hunters weren't just thrill seekers, they were on a mission to control the wild boar population. These massive animals didn't only destroy crops, they posed a serious threat to the local community. Thanks for sticking with us through the video. Please support our channel by liking and subscribing. Goodbye and see you in the next video. Mountain lions are among the largest and most impressive predators in the Americas. They're clever and agile hunters, mostly found in mountainous regions, forests, and grasslands where their climbing skills and speed make them highly effective. These adaptable cats can hunt a range of animals from deer to small livestock and play a crucial role in keeping ecosystems balanced by controlling prey populations. Interested in learning more about mountain lions? If so, drop a 3 in the comments below. As mountain lion attacks have increased in recent years, hunting regulations have been put in place to manage the growing threat. These policies allow for controlled hunting, helping to reduce dangerous encounters between mountain lions and local communities. This approach has also brought relief to farmers facing significant livestock losses, helping to stabilize their income.
Cat's out. He's out. Careful, dog. Yep. Showdown. Take her again. Ready, Kurt? Oh, yeah.
A notable success in these efforts comes from Chris Ryan's hunting group, known for its skill in tracking and safely reducing mountain lion populations. Hunting mountain lions using guns and hounds has become popular with Chris Ryan's team because of its efficiency and precision. This approach has achieved an impressive 95% success rate in controlling mountain lion numbers, a significant accomplishment in regions where these predators pose a serious threat. When spotting a mountain lion, hunters must approach quietly and carefully. These cats are experts at hiding in dense forests and can easily sense any disturbance. Hunters often rely on binoculars to track their prey from afar and use GPS devices to pinpoint their exact location.
It's right there, guys.
Yep.
Once the hunter gets close enough, they need to carefully assess the situation, taking into account wind and lighting to ensure a precise shot. The shot must be quick and accurate, aimed at vital areas like the heart or lungs to minimize the animal's suffering. After the shot, the hunter should watch the animal's response and act responsibly, making sure the mountain lion is put down quickly and humanely. Do you agree with this approach? If so, please like the video. If not, leave a comment with the number 5.
Oh, dude, that's a good cat. Oh, yeah.
It's pictures, yeah.
The close teamwork between professional hunters and their hounds has proven highly effective in hunting mountain lions. On average, Chris Ryan's team harvests between 4 and 8 mountain lions after each successful hunt. This success not only shows how well their strategy works, but also highlights the importance of coordination between skilled hounds and experienced hunters. Thanks for watching. Please give us a like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for the latest videos. See you next time.
Reload.
Hello everyone. Wild monkey tourism in Spain offers visitors not just a destination, but an unforgettable experience. Every year, millions of tourists from around the world flock to Spain, eager to get up close and personal with wild monkeys, fueling a billion-dollar industry. But behind the allure of these lively creatures lies an increasing mystery. When monkeys lose their natural fear of humans, they become bolder and more uncontrollable, turning once peaceful areas into sudden chaotic scenes. What happens when wildlife and daily life collide? Leave a comment with the number 1 and join us as we explore this wild story. A recent study shows that 85% of tourists participating in monkey tourism in Spain are willing to feed the monkeys, leading to a significant change in their natural behavior. Currently, about 80% of these monkeys depend on food provided by humans instead of foraging in the wild as they once did. This kind-hearted habit has transformed these once cautious animals into bold companions, actively seeking food and altering their relationship with humans. Once cautious, the monkeys have now become so accustomed to and dependent on food from tourists that they've started to see nearby residential areas as ideal feeding grounds. As a result, they've begun expanding their territory, venturing deeper into human spaces in search of their next easy meal. Don't chase them! Are they aggressive? I don't know. Come here. In the Costa del Sol area, monkey invasions have surged by 200% in the past year, with over 1,500 reports of vandalism and theft, ranging from broken windows to stolen belongings. The damage caused by these bold monkeys has exceeded €400,000. This unwelcome presence is not only a nuisance but also harmful to the local economy. Tourists, now wary of theft and potential monkey attacks, are becoming increasingly hesitant to visit, leading to a sharp decline in tourism revenue, a key income source for many locals. What was once a captivating and quirky attraction is now driving people away, leaving communities to face the costly consequences of the unchecked mischief of the monkeys. Faced with the growing monkey invasions, the government has implemented a targeted policy to control the monkey population, aiming to protect both residents and the local economy. Licensed hunting groups have been approved, with a maximum of 30 teams allowed to operate under strict guidelines. Each team receives a financial reward of €1,000 for each monkey captured, providing a strong incentive to attract skilled hunters. Do you agree with the method of hunting monkeys with guns? If so, leave a comment with the number 2. If not, leave the number 5.
Thank you.
However, to qualify, participants must complete an in-depth training course on monkey behavior, safe handling, and wildlife management. Hunters are allowed to use tranquilizer darts and humane traps, ensuring an effective but non-lethal population control method that prioritizes both safety and ethical treatment. Hunters primarily operate in high monkey activity areas, such as near residential neighborhoods and popular tourist spots, where the monkeys have become particularly bold. The hunting season is designated to run from late fall to early spring, when food scarcity tends to drive the monkeys further into human areas. Experienced trackers identify the presence of monkeys by looking for footprints, overturned trash bins, and broken branches. All right, we're filming to spot them. Hunters rely on high-powered binoculars like the Vortex Razor HD, which provide clarity at long distances, allowing them to spot the monkeys from a safe range. To effectively subdue the monkeys, hunters are trained to target the legs or body, ensuring a quick and humane approach. However, monkey hunting presents unique challenges because they are highly intelligent and live in groups. The monkeys quickly adapt, often sensing when they are being tracked and skillfully escaping. In one case in Costa del Sol, a group of hunters reported that the monkeys had learned to recognize their vehicles and would scatter as soon as they approached, making the task nearly impossible without advanced camouflage tactics. Their intelligence, combined with agility and a strong pack mentality, makes each hunt a test of patience and decisiveness, often requiring hunters to wait for hours to achieve success. Despite these challenges, monkey hunting has attracted both skilled hunters and thrill seekers, boosting the local economy by nearly 25% as enthusiasts and professionals participate in this effort. This initiative has also drawn attention to the affected areas, turning them into hotspots for wildlife management tourism and generating funds that are reinvested into the community. The revenue generated from hunting licenses and rewards has helped offset the financial losses that farmers and residents have endured due to monkey-related damage. With top hunters making progress in managing the monkey population, a simple like or word of encouragement can go a long way in supporting their efforts. Like and subscribe to join us in cheering them on as they work to protect the communities and livelihoods of Spain. An invasive species is gaining increasing attention in the United States. In this agricultural documentary, we will dive deeper into the journey and life of this fox species. Currently, it is estimated that the red fox population exceeds 1 million, spreading across the country. Notably, they are increasingly appearing in major cities like Chicago and New York, where they adapt to new environments by foraging in waste areas and seeking shelter in green spaces. Are you ready to explore the red fox? If you are, leave a comment with the number 1. The red fox, widespread across the United States, primarily lives in forests, grasslands, and suburban areas. They stand out with their bright orange-red fur, distinctive black stockings, and bushy tail with a unique white tip. Red foxes are highly adaptable, thriving in a variety of habitats ranging from dense forests to open grasslands, and even suburban areas where humans live. Their agile hunting skills and intelligence make the red fox a formidable predator in the wild. In the United States, red foxes can transmit and spread dangerous diseases to both humans and pets. Some of these infectious diseases include mange, tapeworms, and especially rabies. In 2010, several cases of red foxes infected with rabies were reported in the eastern U.S., raising concerns in rural areas where pets are more vulnerable to the disease. Additionally, red foxes are known for their ability to hunt free-range poultry and small livestock like sheep. Their cunning nature and agility make it difficult for farmers to defend against them. Red foxes not only cause damage by hunting livestock, but also harm crops by digging for insects and rodents in fields and orchards. Farmers in the Midwest have reported significant impacts on irrigation systems due to foxes digging burrows, leading to disruptions and reduced crop yields. Do you think red foxes are the wildlife species with the greatest impact on U.S. agriculture? If you agree, press 1. If not, press 0 in the comments. Faced with the challenges posed by red foxes, local hunters and farmers have deployed traps to control the red fox population while protecting agriculture. This method is popular due to its ease of use. First, there are leg hold traps. These traps are strategically placed along routes commonly traveled by the foxes, using bait or camouflage techniques to blend in with the surrounding environment. This is a mechanical device specifically designed to trap an animal's leg. The leg hold trap is made of steel and is equipped with padded jaws to minimize injury while still securing the prey. The mechanism has a trigger plate that ensures when the animal steps on it, the jaws automatically close, tightly gripping the animal's leg. Additionally, cage traps are also a popular method in the US. These traps come in various sizes, but for red foxes, they are typically 42 to 48 inches long, 15 to 18 inches wide, and 15 to 18 inches high. This size ensures that the fox can move freely inside the trap without injury, while the design ensures that no animal can escape once the door closes. However, the process of using traps is not only labor-intensive, but also requires careful checking, resetting, and placement of the traps. With the rise of the red fox population control has become essential to protect agriculture and the environment. Methods like leg hold traps and cage traps are being used, but are they effective enough? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel to stay updated on more fascinating information.
East Africa, particularly Kenya and Tanzania, is considered an ideal habitat for rhinos due to its diverse environments and rich ecosystems. National parks like Serengeti and Masai Mara offer vast grasslands, open woodlands, and wetlands, creating favorable conditions for rhinos to thrive. With a tropical climate and abundant food sources, rhinos can easily find their favorite grasses and leaves. Join us in exploring this fascinating species, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for the latest updates. The rhino population in East Africa is estimated at approximately 15,000 to 17,000. White rhinos and 4,000 to 5,000 black rhinos still surviving. Regarding their consumption, rhinos primarily eat grass leaves and other plants. A single rhino can consume between 40 to 80 kilograms of vegetation daily, depending on the species and environmental conditions. However, if the rhino population grows too rapidly without management, it could put pressure on food resources, impacting other species in the ecosystem. The invasive potential of rhinos is also a noteworthy issue. As their population grows, rhinos may move to new areas in search of food and suitable habitats. However, this expansion can lead to conflicts with humans, particularly when rhinos encroach on agricultural land or residential areas near conservation zones. The presence of rhinos in suburban areas near national parks, though rare, can occur especially in border regions like those near Masai Mara, This presence can pose dangers to both humans and animals. Rhinos are large, powerful creatures, and when they feel threatened, they can become aggressive, leading to collisions with vehicles or injuries to residents. To address concerns about the impact of rhinos on communities, the governments of some East African countries have permitted controlled hunting, attracting hunters to manage population numbers and protect the species' habitat. This decision was made after thorough assessments of rhino populations to ensure sustainable hunting practices. Do you agree with this approach? If so, like the video. If not, leave the number 5 in the comments. To participate in hunting, hunters must comply with strict requirements to ensure safety, legality, and environmental protection. They need a hunting license from the Wildlife Management Authority issued after completing intensive training courses on safety, firearm skills, species identification, and legal regulations. Additionally, hunters must adhere to ethical hunting guidelines, ensuring no unnecessary harm to animals or damage to the ecosystem. Some areas also require background checks and health certifications to confirm hunters' physical and mental capabilities. The ideal time for rhino hunting is during the dry season from June to October, when vegetation is sparse and visibility is clear. During this period, rhinos often gather near water sources like rivers, lakes, or waterholes, making them easier to observe and track. Dry weather not only facilitates easier movement for hunters, but also reduces the risk of slipping or encountering issues due to wet terrain. Clear daylight and moderate temperatures further aid in accurately assessing the rhino's behavior and location. Rhino hunting requires the use of high-precision rifles equipped with specialized ammunition designed to penetrate the animal's thick skin and robust muscle structure. These rifles are typically large-caliber hunting rifles such as .375 H&H or .416 Rigby, chosen for their ability to deliver instantaneous lethal impact, minimizing the animal's suffering. Hunters must carefully inspect and calibrate their rifles before each trip to ensure reliability and safety. Additionally, using high-quality scopes enhances accuracy when shooting from long distances. When spotting a rhino, hunters approach cautiously, maintaining a safe distance of 60 to 120 meters to avoid provoking or startling the animal. They must thoroughly analyze environmental factors such as wind direction, terrain, and the presence of other animals in the area to ensure safety for themselves and the hunting group. Before firing, hunters prioritize targeting the heart and lung area just behind the rhino's shoulder, as this region ensures a quick and humane kill. The decision to shoot is only made when the hunter is confident in the shot angle and there is no risk of injuring other animals or damaging the surrounding environment. After a successful hunt, the processing procedure must be carried out carefully. Recording information about the rhino, including its age, sex, and health, is essential for research and conservation purposes. Details of the hunt should also be transparently disclosed to build trust within the community, accompanied by campaigns promoting rhino conservation. However, rhino hunting can cause pain and stress, increasing the risk of extinction. Instead, relocating rhinos to sanctuaries or zoos helps people better understand the species. In controlled environments, rhinos receive better care and scientists can study their behavior, nutrition, and habitat needs. Moreover, this creates opportunities for communities to recognize the importance of rhino conservation and sustainable management strategies without harming the animals. Education and awareness will encourage people to participate in conservation efforts, fostering a sustainable future for rhinos and their ecosystems. Thank you for watching the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe to our channel to stay updated with future videos. The heat here can feel suffocating as temperatures soar beyond what seems bearable. Every creature in this region fights daily to survive, and amidst these grasslands, this is the unchallenged king. Have you ever wondered how these lions manage to thrive and dominate within their pride? Drop a #1 in the comments and join us on this hunting adventure. Each member of the lion pride plays a vital role in ensuring the group's survival. Lionesses are devoted mothers, taking on the tasks of hunting and nurturing the cubs. They remain highly vigilant, always ready to protect their young from any danger. Leading the pride is the dominant male who commands a vast territory and stands ready to fight to safeguard his family and valuable resources. However, in the perilous wilderness, lionesses often guide their cubs to new lands, seeking safer grounds. Enemies lurk all around, and now a lioness who just gave birth faces a life-or-death challenge. About 20 hyenas emerge, their eerie cackles echoing across the vast grasslands. These agile predators are always quick to seize an opportunity to attack. Despite her exhaustion and injuries, the lioness's maternal instinct drives her to fight to the end in this critical moment. Suddenly, a male lion appears ready to charge into the fray to protect his family. Chaos erupts with roars thundering across the plains in a brutal life-and-death struggle. As the harsh dry season depletes food sources, the lion pride grows weaker, forcing them to lead their group in search of new lands. This is their last chance for survival, but it also means coming closer to human settlements. Under the cover of night, lions infiltrate residential areas and attack livestock. Reports from suburban Nairobi communities indicate that over 20% of their livestock was lost to predator attacks in a single season. For the farmers here, it's a heartbreaking loss. In some African regions, the threat of lion attacks on residential areas has become a serious issue requiring immediate action. To quickly ensure public safety, governments have deployed sturdy fences as a temporary solution. These modern fences are designed with high-quality, weather-resistant materials, offering superior durability and low maintenance, effectively and sustainably protecting communities. To counter this threat, farmers have erected sturdy fences to protect their livestock from the claws of lions. These robust steel walls encircle pastures and farms, particularly in rural and suburban areas where lions frequently lurk. Standing at an impressive height of 8 to 10 feet, they form an impenetrable shield, thwarting even the boldest attacks. This solution not only minimizes livestock losses, but also offers a simple, cost-effective way to keep lions at bay. However, this solution is only temporary, as lion sightings in suburban and even urban areas have increased by about 15 to 20%. This rise has made lion attacks on humans increasingly concerning, with approximately 65 people injured and 24 killed each year. So what should the government do to ensure public safety? This question demands long-term, effective, and sustainable measures that not only protect people but also maintain ecological balance in the region. In the 19th and early 20th centuries, the East African government implemented aggressive measures to counter the growing threat from lions, marking a pivotal moment in the conflict between humans and nature, where the stakes were unprecedentedly high. While fences served as a critical defense line to protect residential areas from attacks to reduce lion numbers, the government adopted a more direct strategy. They permitted controlled hunting using specialized weapons to address the danger, minimizing harm to communities, while ensuring control over the lion population. To prepare for this mission, a visit to Africa's largest hunting supply store isn't just a suggestion, it's essential. There, lion hunters can opt for the H&H .375 Magnum, a versatile weapon, ideal for hunting a range of wildlife from large antelopes to top predators like lions. With this rifle, hunters don't need to switch weapons when targeting different species, optimizing efficiency for every hunt. Out of hundreds of applicants, only about 100 hunters are selected each year through a rigorous screening process. These hunters are not only trained in marksmanship, but also in critical skills like tracking, understanding lion behavior, applying ethical hunting methods, and committing to protect residential areas while maintaining a balance between humans and wildlife. Do you think firearms training for hunters is necessary? If yes, leave a #2 in the comments. If not, leave a #5. Everything is set, and the lion hunt in South Africa stands as a testament to meticulous preparation and tight-knit teamwork. Each hunting team consists of at least 3 members: a hunter, a tracker, and a professional guide. They set out before dawn, as hunting alone is forbidden due to the serious risks in the volatile wilderness. Only teamwork ensures safety. Tension fills the air as hunters check their .375 H&H Magnum rifles and rehearse hunting strategies.
Good shot, man. Yeah, good.
Time seems to stretch under the scorching afternoon heat as the hunting team cautiously tracks through tall, dew-covered grasslands. Each step is laced with tension, as the slightest movement could alert the lion to their presence. When the leader finally spots the lion just 50 yards away, he holds his breath, gripping the rifle tightly, fully aware that any mistake could provoke the predator to turn and attack, bringing unpredictable consequences. Taking down a single lion can take hours, even an entire day, requiring absolute patience. However, eliminating 3 in one day demands flawless coordination among team members. A keen tracker capable of spotting the subtlest signs, An experienced guide always anticipating the lion's actions, and a hunter ready to execute precise shots form an indispensable team essential for success. A successful hunt like this is a rare moment when everything truly goes smoothly. The hunting environment is fraught with dangers as unexpected conflicts can erupt at any time while tracking wildlife. Not every lion lies quietly in the shade waiting to be spotted. Reports from African wildlife conservation organizations indicate dozens of cases where hunters were attacked at distances of less than 20 yards. Fortunately, hunters in these situations are often seasoned experts who know how to respond effectively. If a hunter fails to react in just 1 second, he could instantly become the prey. To hunt lions successfully and safely, hunters must spend hours tracking across vast areas up to 50,000 acres. Skilled hunters are typically allowed to take down only 1 to 3 lions per day. Exceeding this limit can lead to severe consequences, including fines up to $10,000, permanent revocation of hunting licenses, and a lifetime ban from hunting. The lion hunt in Africa is a profound reminder of nature's harsh challenges and the fragile line between conservation and survival. It not only teaches hunters respect, patience, and responsibility, but also makes viewers aware of the delicate balance needed to coexist. Can we find harmony between tradition and conservation? These methods have played a crucial role in curbing the spread of many invasive species. If you have any ideas or more effective solutions, please share your thoughts in the comments so we can discuss them together. Thank you for watching the video. If you found it helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with more exciting content. Tell your friends about us so they can enjoy this video too. Goodbye and see you in the next video.
Hello everyone. Monkey Island in Florida, USA is a small island near Homosassa, home to a group of monkeys in a reserve that has attracted many visitors with their cuteness. However, in early 2024, numerous reports indicated that these monkeys had escaped and ventured deeper into human-inhabited areas. With nearly 1 million wild monkeys, life for the people here has been disrupted, causing significant damage. So, what damage have they caused in Florida, and how have the people here overcome this situation? Leave a comment with the number 1 to find out right after this, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for the latest updates. In Union, a group of disruptive macaque monkeys caused a major disturbance when they broke into an apartment while the residents were away. These monkeys invaded the kitchen, destroyed food supplies, and overturned appliances. They didn't stop there. They also damaged furniture, tore down curtains, and even destroyed electronic devices. The estimated damage cost around $650, including replacing broken items, repairing furniture, and cleaning up. Have you ever experienced or heard of unexpected wildlife encounters in urban areas? The situation escalated further with a report from Glades, Florida, on July 25, 2024. A man named Tom was attacked by a group of monkeys, suffering a severe bite wound on his hand. Although he initially bandaged the wound, 3 days later, Tom experienced severe dizziness while driving, causing him to lose control and crash his car. After being rushed to the hospital, Tom underwent emergency treatment and testing, which revealed that he had contracted a virus from the monkeys through the wound. Although he is now out of immediate danger, he faces a long-term treatment plan to manage the effects of the virus. What steps do you think should be taken to prevent the spread of viruses from wildlife to humans? To protect the community from wild monkey intrusions and attacks, hunters in Florida have stepped up their efforts. The most popular and preferred method for controlling the monkey population is hunting with guns. Hunters typically choose suitable firearms, such as small caliber rifles like .22 or air guns, due to their high accuracy and minimal damage. It's important that hunters ensure their guns are licensed for monkey hunting in the designated areas, have the necessary permits, and are over 18 years old. Do you think using small caliber rifles is effective in managing the monkey population? In addition, optical equipment plays a significant role in hunting, and a good quality scope can enhance accuracy, especially when targeting small animals like monkeys. Binoculars are also very useful for scouting and identifying targets from a distance. Before starting the hunt, hunters must assess their surroundings to ensure a safe shooting environment, including checking for any people, animals, or obstacles that could be at risk of being hit. How important do you think it is to have the right equipment and to check the environment before hunting? When the hunter spots the prey, they must clearly identify it as a monkey to avoid accidentally harming non-target species, including protected animals. Ensuring there is a safe backdrop behind the target is essential to prevent the bullet from traveling further and causing harm or damage. Preparing for the shot requires the hunter to remain calm, position themselves properly, use aids such as a shooting stick or bipod for balance, and align the sight or scope with the target. Do you agree with this method? If yes, leave a comment with the number 2. If no, leave the number 0 in the comments. Hunters must also be within an effective range to shoot accurately and take down the prey quickly and humanely. Once all safety checks are completed, the hunter should take a precise and ethical shot at a vital area, usually the head or chest, to ensure a quick and humane kill. After the shot, observing the monkey's reaction is crucial. If the monkey does not fall immediately, the hunter should be prepared to shoot again to avoid prolonged suffering. Do you think these precautions are sufficient to ensure humane hunting practices? In particular, approaching the fallen monkey cautiously is necessary to confirm its death. If the animal is still alive, an additional shot may be needed to end its suffering. Depending on local regulations, hunters may need to record the kill and report it to wildlife management agencies, assisting in wildlife management and conservation efforts. Additionally, throughout the process, hunters must maintain ethical hunting practices, including respecting local laws, the environment, and the species being hunted. Hunting monkeys in Florida also involves numerous legal, ethical, and safety considerations that must be navigated carefully. One of the primary concerns is ensuring compliance with state and federal regulations. These laws govern hunting practices, including the status of protected species, designated hunting seasons, and approved methods. Understanding and adhering to these regulations is crucial for legal hunting activities. Understanding the behavior and habitat of monkeys is also essential for effective hunting. Monkeys are known for their intelligence and agility, making them challenging targets. They can quickly escape or hide in dense vegetation, requiring hunters to have great skill and patience. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to support us. In recent years, beekeeping in the U.S. has significantly increased, contributing to the country's impressive honey consumption, totaling around 600 million pounds annually. The rise in honey use is not limited to sweetening beverages and foods, but also plays an important role in cooking, baking, and various health and beauty products. However, this boom in honey production has inadvertently attracted the attention of approximately 700,000 giant bears. So, what caused this incident? Leave a comment with the number 1 to learn more about these aggressive bears. Bears are known for their special fondness for honey. With their keen sense of smell, they can detect honey and bee larvae from quite a distance, often drawing them to residential areas where beehives are kept. Have you ever seen or heard about bears breaking into beehives in your area? When bears find a beehive, they use their claws and teeth to open it, causing significant damage to the hive's structure. While eating honey and bee larvae, bears are willing to endure numerous bee stings to access this nutritious food, often leading to severe destruction. This behavior results in approximately 90 million USD in losses for beekeepers annually. How do you think farmers can protect their beehives from bear attacks? Furthermore, bears tend to be more active at night, making them more likely to raid beehives after dark when there is less human activity. On March 2, 2025, in Simsbury, Connecticut, residents reported that a black bear repeatedly invaded backyards and broke into beehives to eat honey, causing significant damage and disappointment among local beekeepers. Have you heard about other towns facing similar issues with bears? In addition to targeting beehives, bears are also known for breaking into homes in search of food. They can find open windows, sliding glass doors, or weak entry points and force their way inside. Their strength allows them to break through fragile screens or doors that aren't securely closed. On March 2nd, 2025, a black bear in Tahoe Vista, California, broke into a house through the kitchen window, attracted by the smell of food. The bear climbed onto the kitchen counter and rummaged through the cabinets and refrigerator. It caused significant damage to the kitchen during its search for food. How would you react if you discovered a bear rummaging through your kitchen? Understanding the damage that bears cause to the community, residents have proactively implemented measures by installing electric fences to prevent bear intrusions. These fences are powered by energizers, the core components that convert electricity into high-voltage pulses. Energizers can be powered by AC electricity, batteries, or solar panels, making them adaptable to different energy sources and locations. Have you considered which power source might be most effective for your area? To ensure effectiveness, the fence must be tall enough to prevent bears from climbing over, usually between 6 to 8 feet. Additionally, the wires should be placed close enough together to prevent bears from squeezing through. Using multiple wires at different heights, including near the ground, helps prevent bears from crawling under or climbing over the fence. Keeping the fence clear of vegetation is also crucial to avoid grounding and maintain the effectiveness of the electric current. What method do you think would be most effective for controlling the vegetation around the fence? In particular, the effectiveness of electric fences in preventing bear intrusions has many aspects. First, they serve as both a physical and psychological deterrent. The initial shock that a bear receives when touching the fence often prevents it from attempting to cross again. Electric fences can also be customized to suit different terrains and property sizes, making them adaptable to various environments where bears may appear. However, using electric fences to prevent bears also comes with challenges. Managing vegetation is crucial, as trees and weeds can short-circuit the fence by touching the wires, requiring regular cleanup and maintenance. Do you agree with this method? If you agree, leave a comment with the number 2. If not, leave the number 0 in the comments. In addition, the fence is only a temporary measure and cannot effectively stop the impact of bears in the U.S., leading residents to collaborate with hunters to organize bear hunts. To participate, hunters must have a hunting license issued by the state, which typically requires completing a hunter safety course. Additionally, they need a specific bear hunting tag or license for the area and species they intend to hunt. Have you ever considered the process of obtaining a hunting license?
Hit him again. Reload, hit him again.
Furthermore, bear hunting is limited to specific seasons, which vary by state and area, and hunters must comply with these designated times. They also need to adhere to state and federal regulations, including restrictions on hunting methods, allowed areas, and the types of guns and ammunition used. Typically, hunters use large caliber rifles such as .30-06 or 300 Win Mag. Essential gear for a successful hunt includes appropriate clothing, binoculars, GPS, maps, bear spray, and safety equipment. Do you find the required gear for hunting surprising? When hunting, hunters rely on signs and tracks to locate bears, such as footprints, droppings, and feeding areas. They use calls to mimic bear sounds or the cries of prey to attract the bears. Tracking techniques include using binoculars for visual scanning of the landscape to find bear signs and using a scope for distant observation, especially in open terrain. Additionally, hunters listen for various bear sounds, including growls and rustling through vegetation. When they spot a bear, ethical hunters aim for vital areas like the heart and lungs to ensure a quick and humane kill. Are you familiar with these hunting techniques? In particular, bear hunting with firearms is effective for controlling the population, helping manage the number of bears and reducing the likelihood of them invading human habitats in search of food. It also minimizes bear nuisance by targeting specific bears that frequently intrude into residential areas, thereby reducing conflicts between bears and humans.
Let's go check him out. That is a monster. That is a... Oh my gosh. On a bucket list animal. Get here.
However, bear hunting also comes with challenges. It requires significant skill and accuracy to ensure a humane kill, as an incorrect shot can injure the bear, leading to dangerous and prolonged suffering. Additionally, tracking and approaching bears can be difficult due to their habitat in dense forests, rugged mountains, and remote areas. What do you think is the biggest challenge hunters face when tracking bears? Please like and subscribe to support us. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next videos. Currently, the elephant population is estimated to be around 10,000. These majestic creatures are primarily found in states like Florida, Georgia, and Idaho, where they gather in significant numbers. Understanding the distribution and habits of these elephants is crucial for creating an engaging and informative documentary that highlights their impact and interactions in these areas. Today, let's explore the formidable challenges posed by elephants and learn about effective strategies to manage these giants. Don't forget to leave the number 1 to share your excitement. In the United States, elephants have caused significant agricultural damage, with an annual financial impact of up to $12 million. These magnificent creatures, while an awe-inspiring sight, pose a major threat to the agricultural community. Crops, such as corn, wheat, and various fruits, are particularly vulnerable to elephant incursions. The damage to these crops not only disrupts the local economy, but also threatens the livelihoods of countless farmers who rely on their harvests for sustenance and income. Elephant movements have led to significant traffic disruptions, causing severe traffic jams. These large animals can suddenly appear on roads, leading to congestion. The presence of elephants on highways not only causes inconvenience for drivers, but also raises serious safety concerns. The sudden appearance of such giant creatures can lead to accidents, threatening human lives. At the same time, the elephants themselves are at risk of injury or death from collisions with vehicles. These interactions highlight the urgent need for effective measures to manage elephant movements and ensure the safety of both vehicle operators and these magnificent animals. Dealing with the growing elephant population in the U.S. has led to the consideration of various measures, including the use of firearms for control. Strict licensing requirements for the use of firearms have been implemented. These requirements ensure that only qualified individuals who have undergone training and background checks are permitted to handle firearms for managing elephant-related issues. This measure aims to strike a balance between the immediate need to protect human lives and property while ensuring that firearms are used safely and ethically. The use of firearms in managing the elephant population in the U.S. offers several advantages. First, it provides a quick response to imminent threats, ensuring that any dangerous situations involving elephants can be neutralized swiftly. This rapid intervention is crucial in protecting human lives and minimizing the risk of serious damage. Do you agree with the method of elephant hunting with firearms? If so, leave a comment with the number 2. The use of firearms can reduce immediate risks to both humans and property, as it allows for the immediate removal of an aggressive elephant or one that is too close. By addressing the threat quickly, firearms help minimize the chances of accidents and property damage, contributing to the safety and security of affected communities.
Again, shoot again.
However, using firearms to manage the elephant population also raises significant drawbacks. There are strong ethical concerns and animal welfare issues associated with this method. Elephants are intelligent, social animals that live in herds, and hunting them raises ethical questions, often leading to opposition and criticism from animal rights groups. Furthermore, in densely populated or agricultural areas, the use of firearms could inadvertently harm wildlife, pets, or even humans. Additionally, relying on guns may escalate conflicts, potentially leading to more aggressive behavior from elephants and creating a violent cycle that complicates long-term management efforts. Therefore, while firearms may provide a quick solution to immediate threats, the broader impacts suggest the need for more humane and sustainable methods. How do you think we can balance the need for safety with humane treatment in elephant population management? Addressing the challenges requires balanced and humane solutions, while using firearms to manage the elephant population provides an immediate response to threats. It raises ethical concerns and the risk of unintended harm. Therefore, developing strategies that not only minimize the damage caused by elephants but also ensure their welfare, fostering sustainable coexistence between humans and elephants, is crucial. What do you think about using firearms to manage the elephant population? If you have ideas for more effective and humane methods to protect these magnificent creatures, feel free to share them in the comments below. We encourage you to share this video with your friends and family to raise awareness. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content and information. Your opinions and support mean the world to us.